Uh, rope? Sturdy rope. Somebody is selling exactly one rope. I think it might be me. But anyway, I'm going to create a buy order. Give me 30 rope for $15 a piece. I think I just bought rope from myself. Boop. I think I sold sturdy rope because I was like, there's no rope here. And this is not enough rope to make anything. But there. That way, I'm rewarding people who need things and I can help the people who need things. Like, that's gonna be like the key to like this settlement thriving, is selling each other all the things all the time. Hang on. Are you guys done? What do you mean 5 complete? Why were you cooking just 5? Ever cooked just 5? Oh, I see. I didn't realize it was taking two slimes to make a single ingot. Then over here, get the firelight cooking. Drop the firelight goop in there. Go over here. I had something to hammer. I think I need the metal business. But yeah, the key to our settlement, I think, exploding is utilizing like the buy sell orders in the marketplace. Like from now on, I think that's going to be like the thing I check to see like, is there a job that I can do that people need me to do? Because like a lot of the gameplay to this point has been like, I need to get this thing so that I can succeed. Like, I wanted to grind hunting so that like I could get the leather so that I can make the tools. But really, Sergeant Wiki's out there who's just like, you know what? I got it. I got you. And then they give me 1,000,000 leather for free because they're overly kind. But like, they could have just put it in the marketplace and I could have gone and bought it. And I'd have all the tools I wanted. There's so much to do here. Let's think about like how much progress we made over the last 2 hours. Like, I gotta go soon. We got, I don't know, I want to say 1,000 supplies into here, which gets us like halfway to where I want to be to expand the settlement. Up to 3,000 tiles. Once we expand it up to 3,000 tiles, we can make like better areas for like masonry, forestry, and then I'll start like the wood wall blueprints around like the outside of the settlement. And I think everything will kind of have like its final place to be for the city to like look really cool. I'm excited for that. Other than that, like just hammered a bunch, made some timber, delivered some timber over there so that there's some mild progress there. Like it's to the point where like I can play for 2 hours and accomplish very, very little, it feels. If only there were a full set of tools to purchase, like tier 2 and tier 3 on the market. Yeah. That's exactly what I should be doing. Like I should be making all the Feralith tools, putting them up here for all the new people to come and join, and like Pyrolite for when they decide to upgrade. But do I want to commit to the blacksmith life like that? What if somebody else wants to be a blacksmith? It'd be a great idea for them too. I want to fill the need the settlement has. Right now, there doesn't seem to be a lot of people blacksmithing. I think there's a lot of people interested in it. Got a lot of ingots here. Ooh, and I took all the fire stuff. Here's what I'm gonna do. One, I'll sell one batch of these guys. That's a good price for these. What is... So here's how you figure out like what a good price for ingots would be. You check out these. What's the supply value of you? 845. So like 10 ingots plus 2 simple bricks worth 845. If I just like straight up sold it $1 per $1 here. And you know like the supply value is the price to go with, because you do like traveler task for Bricko, like he pays you 250 for 250 supplies. Like, so $1 per supply is like the actual value of the item. That said, that is an insane price for these ingots. Like, I also don't want to, like, you know, take way too much advantage of my poor civilians. $60 an ingot? Let's go with 50. Like, a lot of people don't know how to run the market. It is insanely valuable. The thing about like selling ingots though is like the person who would use the ingots is mostly the person who'd be making the ingots. And so like they'd see the price and be like, I don't want that. But they don't have to buy like the metalworking flux from this guy to make the ingots at all. Like, it costs you $10 just to make an ingot. To be fair, leather clothes use ingots too. Oh, do they? Yeah, like it's getting to the point where like everything needs everything. And so out there's some poor leather worker who's like, I just want ingots. Nobody sells ingots. And that's kind of a great thing for solo players too. Like, you can just decide on like one thing to sell and make a killing. Like if you felt like it, you could just collect salt all day, and there's 10,000 cooks in the world who would love you for it. You'd actually would like to do smithing without gathering or refining, or at least without the gathering. Yeah. So one of the things I could do is sell like ore chunks. There are no ore chunks anywhere in here, but like to make the ore for the smelting, like you need these kind of like refined chunks, and you can get those from like pure miners, like somebody who just goes out, pounds on rocks, and brings the rocks back. Like that could be their entire job if that's what they want to do, and they could sell you the ore chunks, and then you could have smithing without like the gathering, or you could do gathering without all the refining things at like the camps. You know what? That might be a good direction for us. Because I'm always confused at like, or nowadays I'm confused at like what I should be doing. Mutation took over the scholarly duties, and you know what? More power to them. Like I don't want to spend the entire stream sitting at a desk. But like I could do like just gathering to provide like tons of resources for like the stockpiles, and then I could sell like the refined things for the people who really want to be like pure leather workers, tailors, masons, or smiths. And I feel like the stream would be less boring because it would be me going out and doing a thing, showing off my nice crossbow and things like that. I don't know. Things to think about. In the meantime, goals for the settlement. I want to put out a recruitment video on Friday. So my major goal, my personal goal, is to get the supplies up to a comfortable level where I can research the extended claim technology, and then like kind of putting things in their forever home. You know what I mean? So that like I want to have this area be like the food and cooking area. Like we can move the bank back a little bit so they could extend the farmland if they want. I think back here is going to be all the forestry, the carpentry, but also the hunting, tanning, and tailoring stuff back in this area. Also might be a great place for stockpiles and things. And then down here in this pit is where I want like the metalworking area. I love having like a multi-tiered settlement like that. I think it might be fun to keep the scholar desk up here though. Like I feel like if you're gonna be a scholar, you get like this really high point in the settlement where you can see all the cool stuff. I think I want to move the waypoint over here. And over here, I think I want to turn this into like a staircase so people can take ore and rocks from the mountains. Then like come down here into the area. And then I don't know what to do with the NPCs. If they look aesthetically pleasing in their various areas, like I'll put them with like the crafting stuff. Otherwise, I don't know, I'll set a home up for them here on the coast. The most important thing is that the settlement looks good, you know? Problem around the area for new people is the lack of tier 1 resources, like Fairlith and monster hunting on the way. That is true. I want this to be an okay for tier 1 players. And the biggest problem is there's a lot of tier 1 stuff like I just don't have. Like, so far, the strategy for tier 1 players, depending on like what their job is. Tier 1 carpenters will do okay here. Tier 1 foresters will do okay here. Miners, they need tea to like go up here and get the ore. Or they need to go for a bit of a walk down the road to find limestone. They'll do okay. Tier 1 farmers, I don't think we have berries. So what are the options for tier 1 farmers to find fertilizer? I think they have to go back to the mainland for like meat or fish or berries to make fertilizer. So it's rough for a tier 1 farmer. But like the strategy for tier 1 players in this settlement, you come in here, you set this place as your home, shift right click, set home, and then you strip down until like you only have food. You come here, teleport to the nearest place. If you haven't explored a lot, that would be Charlo. You go get your tier 1 resources, and then you can teleport back here using the teleport 1 key in the upper right. And then you can come back and process all the things you collected. You can't transport cargo, so if you're grabbing like tier 1 plant fibers or tier 1 rocks, actually rocks or wood and plant fibers, you can find tier 1 of all around here. Like I think just across the ocean here, or across the lake, there's a tier 1 bush right there. Tier 1 beech trees might be a little trickier to find. Good morning. But like all the tier 1 cargo resources are here. Tier 2 might get a little trickier. But like the tier 1 small resources, yeah, you teleport away, you gather all you need, you teleport back here and you process them. Actually not so bad here. As for farmers, there are mushrooms for cooking tier 1 or making tier 1 fertilizer. Let me verify that. I believe you completely, but mushroom? Button? I'm looking at cargo. Yeah, there they are. Button mushrooms. Track. I'll be damned. Okay, there are good things for tier 1 farmers around here. Hello, Jackal. Okay, fine. Hey, where are you going? Can you even get up here? Jackal. Jackal. Alright, fine. I'll come to you. I'm really curious about whether or not like I can stand toe to toe with you wearing half cloth, half armor with my new crossbow. Easily. Yeah. Here I was thinking like when I got a crossbow, I'd have to cheese you guys from like across the map. But apparently I can just demolish one of these. But that's how you were surviving yesterday with mushrooms in the pine forest? Yeah. So the pine forest has tons of mushrooms. I grabbed 2 mushrooms. I run over here to the farming station, I think. A little hard to click around here. Ugh. It'll be better once we get stairs. And we'll see if I can just make 1 batch of simple fertilizer. Flowers? I can't, but here's what I do. I cook the mushrooms. Craftable? No filter. Mushroom skewers. Oh, I needed 5. So you cook them into mushroom skewers, and then you can convert them into food waste. And then you can deal with them. Okay. So we found out how like a level 1 farmer can survive here. Like that's how they get their resources. A level 1 fisher would have trouble. They'll have a great time at level 20 here, but I think you need to go on fishing trips to other settlements in the meantime. But like here we've got level 2 and level 3 bait fish. We've also got level 2 and level 3 real fish. So like foragers have good time at level 20, but prior to that you do have to go on little fishing expeditions, which is kind of like half the appeal of being a fisher. For foragers, we've got lots of things to forage around here. At the very least, you can just forage the bushes. Hunters are probably the least happy job to have here, because we do not have tier 1 or tier 2 animals anywhere near us. So you do have to go on like some massive hunting expedition. Thing is, if you find like a great hunting ground, for example, like there's an island right here, I believe, in the chilling place that has like just a regular spawn of tier 3 animals on it. So like you go visit a place like that, but you need to find like your equivalent for like goats or birds. For me, like there's this place, Keltrath City. Lots of birds and goats off to the west side and the east side. And if you wander too close in either, or too far in either direction, you can go to either of these cities to process them. Then teleport back with your leather and like treat it here if you feel like it. That is, if you want to be a leather worker. Or you can put it in the marketplace and leather workers will pay premium for it because it's a rare material. Masons have a pretty good job. You do kind of rely on like people who can forage mud for you a little bit. Let's see, scholars. I mean, scholars are going to be the same anywhere. You rely on so many materials from so many different sources. But like this is a good place if you want to like just hang out while you research your like tier 1 settlement stuff. I think you'll find most of the things you need. 8 jackals. Are you okay? You're okay. And if we start selling some uncommon short swords, that might help people survive around here too. Let's see. Are you planning to do fences around the roads between the settlements for transportation security? Yes. I mean, like, for me, I did like a lot of terraforming, and that was my portion of like the road construction. I wanted people to be able to part from the beach and back, and then I was like, I'm just gonna leave the rest to be paved. But I did notice people were building fences over here. If I hold shift and hit F4, was it shift F4? Shift 4? I just emoted. Shift F4, wasn't that? I Thought that was like the bonfire radius thing. Maybe I need to be in the settlement to see it? I didn't think that was the case. I was doing this the other day. Alt F4? Ah, you got me. Oh. Oh. You nailed me. You got me good. I can't believe I fell for that. Whew. Anyway, thanks for reminding me I need to get my kids off to school. But I had a great stream. Thank you so much for watching. Man, that was great. That was just classic. You caught me in a vulnerable, trusting place, and you just blew me away. Whew. Thank you. I was supposed to stop streaming like half an hour ago. That was good for me. You did me a favor. You honestly did. Please stick around. I'll find somebody to raid. Let's see. Somebody's playing Split Fiction. Yeah. Acreon and Miruku. I bet they're playing together. They sure are. I'm gonna raid that. Because if somebody doesn't have like a friend to play with, it's really kind of a cool game. I'm gonna raid Miruku because she's always lurking in here. And she's rad. Like, this one's gonna be a contender for Game of the Year too. And so I am also gonna raid somebody on YouTube. But thank you so much. Have a great day, everybody. And I wish you all the best. Bye-bye.